the NFL. And this...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown.
Yeah, his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Jackson's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They go play action with Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Dalton Kincaid.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On first down, French. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 53 yards.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing at.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 58 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
You look at this Arizona defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first-drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Giants are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
To throw from his end zone, French. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. They go back to Grant. And we'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good gain on first, has him set up with second, and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they're able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down, French. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Giants have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. When the Giants have it, it's picked up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
To throw on second down, French.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You look at this Arizona defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, French. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Grant. Oh, able to avoid him. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Giants now at 2-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. On 1st and 10, French. That's complete to his running back, Grant.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. French. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson.
Now he's loose at the 40.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time,
touchdown, Cardinals!
Dalton Kincaid.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board.
Oh,
first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And New York set to take the field. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 83 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Cardinals.
And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This is Grant.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd down and 13.
Looking to throw. French. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A beautiful fake. Pushing his way inside the 40.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, it's Jackson.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Left side to Lamb.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Jackson will throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ball start. Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. French. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter.
They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They love it now. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. It's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, French. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to take another shot here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their deep...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Cards take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. French. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design,
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Jackson. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
First down, Cardinals.
Jackson now. Shakes off the sack. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's George. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. CeeDee Lamb, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
And that's just another in a long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire would definitely be an understatement.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
Off play action. French. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 36.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cardinals.
13.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's Jackson.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. Let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're trying to dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That sack brings up 4th and goal. A loss of 7. Big play. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Panther 60.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 20-yard line.
19, Charger, 19.
They will run with Grant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
At the 33-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Looking to throw. French. And his throw here's incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's George. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 47 yards. On first down, French. And that is incomplete. Here's second and 10. To throw again, French. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Okay, ready?
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go, start.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they take a knee. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he is going to lose yardage here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants now down by 6. A little under 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.